So, what is the topic for today? What is the topic for today? Hello, guys. What is the topic for today? Quickly, classes and objects. Okay. So, did you guys watch Onion movie yesterday? Did anyone watch the movie? Yeah. Did you watch? How did you feel? Did you like the movie? You liked? You did not like? What do you feel? It's wow movie. Yeah. Okay. How is Vikram's acting? How Vikram has acted? Okay. Very nice. No. Right? Okay, and even that police officer Prakash Raj has also acted very nicely, isn't it? Okay, so they're all great people in cinema, isn't it? Okay, they're all gift to cinema, and that is why they have reached heights, right? They are experts in whatever they are expert in whatever they are doing. Anyways, okay. So having said that, okay, so good. So yesterday's class, you understood. Any doubts in yesterday's class? Any doubt in yesterday's class? No. Okay. So we shall be practically seeing that in Python today. So whatever we learned on a general level in yesterday's class, I would be discussing that practically now. Okay. Okay. So let me begin with a question. Yeah. Again, before starting the class, let me tell you. In this class, you will have a lot of doubts. I am guaranteed that there will be a lot of doubts. Okay. So wait till I complete the entire class, right? And most of your doubts which keeps coming would get automatically cleared. Okay. So I'm sure that there won't be any doubt. Just keep understanding whatever I'm saying now, right? So whenever I say something, if you have understood that, that is more than enough. Because once I keep going to different programs, that is, if I keep moving ahead in this lesson, automatically most of your doubts would be cleared. Okay. And still, let me tell you one more thing. Still, there would be a little here and there doubts would be there. That can be cleared only once you practice. Okay. Now I want you to practice, and automatically your doubts would be cleared. Is that okay, guys? Is this clear? Okay, so I'm telling you with my experience of teaching and personally mentoring a lot of people, right? Most of your doubts will get cleared when you can actually sit and practice and think about it, right? So I want that thinking process, right? Okay, so most of the concepts I would be teaching here, most of the concepts are discussed over here, but still, okay, a lot of other things I want you to practice and think for yourself, and you'll get to know, right? Now, having said that, all right, first of all, what is the difference between a class and an object? Quickly, anyone in the chat box or anyone want to talk to me can talk to me. Okay, so what is the difference between a class and an object? Okay, class is a blueprint. Okay, by the way, Zalak, can you please unmute yourself? Unmute yourself. I just want to talk to you. Is it possible to unmute you? We'll discuss with Zalak, and then we'll start with the class. Okay. Okay, what is that? Cannot. Ankur is telling cannot. What, yeah, Ankur? Zalak, you're there. Zalak Gandhi, you're there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Zalak Gandhi, tell me. So yeah, no, I asked you to call, right? Yeah. So Zalak Gandhi, so what was your doubt? Your doubt got cleared.
Sir, somewhat it got cleared, but still I'm facing doubt.
What is the doubt? We'll finish that and then proceed further.
Sir, actually I was doing the
See,
assignment
very
and it
simple. Very simple. You wrote order of h in, and you have written a series of
sir not
range
in.
functions. You
Not
wrote
in.
not in. Okay, whatever it is, right? So you have written in or not in.
Yeah.
Is it working the way it has to work?
No, sir. Actually, according to
One minute, one minute, one
me,
minute, one minute. Hold on, hold on. It is not. How can you say it is not working? Because I showed you, right? Practically, it was working,
yeah,
right?
sir, actually means I used pen and paper and then I tried to make the logic, and according to that I was getting false. But
No, the
when I run,
no. I showed you in the program, right? That it has to work like this. It is working. No,
yes, yes,
however it
sir.
has to work, it is working. Guys, did anyone observe the code that I posted in the group? Is it working the way it has to work? Is it working the way it has to work? It is working. No, how can Python be wrong here? Come on, Python cannot be wrong, right? It is working. So it means your logic
Yes,
is wrong, isn't it?
yes, sir.
See, Python cannot be wrong. Okay, your logic may be wrong. It is working the way it has to be worked. And that is why I also gave you, like, your program would be converted into something else. I showed you all the version, how it is,
Yes, sir.
the thing, right?
Yes, sir.
So it is working, right? So what is the doubt? What is your doubt? Okay. See,
Sir,
doubt,
it
what do you
was,
mean by doubt? When I say what do you mean by doubt, doubt is nothing but, sir, it is not working like this, which is supposed to be working. It was working the way it was working, right?
sir, actually, according to the ORD of JH is 72.
Hmm.
So I saw that it is not in range 65 to 91, but it is in, so it will be false.
It is in false. The first range function.
Yes, sir. It will
You
be
had
false.
range and range and range, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're asking it is there here, it is giving false, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Darling Zalak Gandhi. This was there
Yes,
within
sir.
pair of parentheses like this, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
You're saying in here, isn't it? Why should it check only for this? Okay.
No, sir. It will check for all. So for first condition, it will give false. Then because I'm using not in, then for second it will give true.
No, 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 no. It is not like that. Come on, hello. It is not like that. First of all, see whatever you had written, or whatever it is, right? Or
Yes.
something in.
Yes.
First, this will get evaluated. I showed you, no, in the program. I think you did not understand that. Simply, you are saying thank you so much, sir. Isn't it?
Sir, I understood that.
No, listen,
According
listen.
to your program, I understood.
No, listen.
Yes,
First,
sir.
what happens is it will not check in first one. It will check in the result of this expression. Or in the result of this expression. That is what it checks. This ORed in will not check in the first one, then second one and third one. No, 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 no. It is not like that. This ORed in will check in the result of this expression. You got it? You
The
didn't
result
understand?
of this means.
Result of this means first, what is the result of R and R and R? What is the result of this one? You got what I'm saying? You're saying ORed in, right? Or you're checking whether this ORed, this result is there in this one, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So what is the result of this expression? Range of something and a range of something and a range of something. What is it? It should be ORed in, ORed. Hey, Ankur, I will kill you if you give some wrong answers there. Ankur, I will kill you. Don't just listen to me. That's all. Okay. Now there should be a result here, isn't it? There should be a result over here. Correct?
Yes, sir.
R
Yes, sir.
R, there should be a result. What is the result here? In that result, this will check whether it is there or not.
Okay.
First, what was that? First one, what was the range of?
65 to 91, all capital
65.
letters.
That is true, no? It is a range function.
Yes.
That is not as
Yes, yes.
true. If it is true,
Yes.
check what is the next one, isn't it? So this was some.
Yes.
It is also true.
Small letters, 97 to 120.
This entire thing becomes true. Then these, this entire thing. Then this true and with this true. Correct? So this, if this is true, it will return this true, isn't it? So this last range of, what was that? 49 comma, you had written something. 58.
57. Yes, sir.
7 or something like that. You had written like this. Correct? No? So ORed in
Yes.
this range is the result. So it is not there. So it will be false, no? ORed of H is not there in this result. You didn't understand?
Sir, but I didn't understood why the second became true, because H is capital, then it should be false.
Zalak, darling, I'm telling you, it is ORed is not checking in this one here, in this expression. First this forget about this here. Come on, forget about this now. First you evaluate this one. First you evaluate this.
Okay.
First you evaluate, forget about this is not doing anything here. First see this ORed of H, whatever you have written in, okay, you have some range function here.
Yes, sir.
Range, correct? No, see, you're not even concentrating on
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying. What I'm saying is, first you figure out what is this. It has to result in one expression, no?
Yes, sir.
Hey, when I raise my voice, you're saying yes, sir. Okay, no? ORed of H.
No, sir, I understood that it should get converted to
What is
one
the result of this?
expression.
What is the result of R and R and R? This has to come here. This has to come here. What is R and R now? Tell me. This will result in true. See, anything that is non-zero is true in Python. Anything
Yes, sir.
non-zero is true.
Non-zero is true. Yes, sir.
No. So range of something you told 65 to 97 or something. That is basically what that is considered as true value.
Yes, sir.
And it is because it is returning a range object. Range object
Yes.
is nothing but non-zero. That is true. True
Yes,
and range
sir.
object will again result in a true value. Correct? So true and true becomes
True.
so this expression is now true. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And when this is true, I want to check whether the other part is true or not, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Now range of something, again this will result in true. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
When this will result in true, you remember in logical operators I told you.
Yes, sir.
What will return now? Tell me. If X and Y is there, if X and Y is there, okay. If X is true, if X is true, return Y. So
yes,
this will be X and this is Y. So if X is true, Y will be returned. So this last range function will be written over here, 49 to 57 or something. Correct? No.
Yes,
now what
sir.
will happen? I am seeing whether ORed of 70 H is, I don't know what, I think 72 you said, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm seeing whether it is there in this range or something.
Oh, Okay, understood, sir.
You really understood or you're lying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Really understood now.
Then when I posted that photo in the group, why you said yes sir, understood, thank you? You are lying there. No, you without understanding, you are simply saying thank
Sir,
you.
I understood there that print
Okay, all that.
Zalak
Now you
and
did you
print
really
Subha.
understand this?
Yes, sir.
That's all. So I think you have to remove this bracket over here and you have to change the logic. That's all. Okay, Python is
Okay,
working
sir.
correctly. Clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now again, simply you're saying thank you.
So seriously, thank you.
Seriously, thank you. Okay, fine.
Yes.
So courier me one. What is that? Something good from Swiggy or Zomato or something. Instead of thank you, thank you is not not useful. Yeah, something you parcel for eating. Okay. Anyways, chalo. Okay, Ankur. Ankur, sir, what if there is no bracket? Try and see, Ankur, what will happen. Okay, Ankur, try and see. I told you this. Try and see what will happen if there is no bracket. I explained you the concept. Now you see what will happen there. Okay, right? Okay, so guys, so shall we start now? Officially, we'll start now. Is that clear? Hello, is that okay? Yeah. By the way, guys, do you know why I took this Zalak Gandhi's example now? Because I saw that there were only 175 students, there. So now there are 195. I think now we are good to go because it's a very important concept. I want everyone to attend the session. That is the reason. Okay. Now, having said that, guys, now keep answering my question. All your doubts will get automatically cleared. So be with me. Just keep answering my question. Understand. Okay. No. Now, first of all, what is the difference between class and object? Tell me. What is the difference between class and object? Hey, who is that on, unmute? A Divian? Huh. Tell me, guys, what is the difference between class and object? Object is a real-time entity. Okay. Now, what about class? Class indicates how the object should look like. Okay. Class is a blueprint, right? Very good. Okay. Cool. Okay. Object exists in real. Okay. We are working with objects, right? Very good. Very nice. Okay. Now, okay, so let me write. So how do you define a class now, my dear friends? Okay, so can we have an object without a class? And keep answering my question. Can we have an object without a class? Absolutely not possible, isn't it? There should be a class. No, there cannot be Subhash without the class human being. Yeah, there should be something which defines or describes how my object should look like. Correct? No, right? So having said that, and every class must describe what must I told you yesterday. It must describe what does that object contain? What should it contain, my dear friends? How can you call it as an object? How do you define an object? It should occupy space, yes or no? And it must have a state, isn't it? And it should have what? It should have what? Behavior, correct? No? So now let me create class human being. Listen to me very carefully, my dear friends. Okay, so here I will create class human being. Class human being. Okay, I'll call it as HB colon. Guys, yeah, stop writing and just listen to me. Okay, just listen to me, right? I'm going to give you the syntax for creating a class in Python. Okay, now class is a keyword which is used to create a class. Is that clear? Is that clear? Class is a keyword which is used to create a class, correct? And then this is the name given to the class. This is my class name. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay, right. Now next what I will do is that I want to, okay, define few behaviors. Okay, what is the behavior human beings can do? Okay, the behaviors are nothing but methods, correct? No, so def talk, okay, and you have to write the self. What is the self? I'll tell you later. Just understand the syntax for now, okay? And then you can do the talking activity over here. Then what else can human being do? Def of, okay, eat, right? It can eat. Then you should write a self over here, okay? What is self? I will tell you later. Don't worry about it. And then set of statements, okay? So next, what it can do? Def of, okay, walk, right? Now def of walk it can do with a self, okay, colon, okay, and do set of activity over here, right? Now, okay, so I've created, okay, I've created, what are these called as? What are these called as? Technically, what are these called as? Technically, these are called as what? Methods. These are called as methods. Okay, at the design level, what do you call these as? At the design level, what will you call these as, my dear friends? Tell me. At the design level, you will call these as what? Behavior. Very good. They call it as behavior. Architects will speak like this, behavior. So when you go to company and someone says behavior, you must easily understand that he's talking about methods. Correct now? Okay. Now, when he eats so much, what will happen, my dear friends? Tell me. When he eats, what will happen? Okay. When we eat, what will happen? Yeah. When you eat, what will happen? When you eat more than your calories, what will happen? Full, it seems. You will become fat, isn't it? It means, okay, fat will start getting accumulated, right? No. So Now weight, okay, weight will become increased by, okay, some I plus plus or something like that. I is equal to I plus equal to 1 or something like that. Okay, I'm just giving you example, right? Now what is weight called as here? What is weight? Okay, it is the, what is weight here? Yeah, what is weight? Guys, still know what is weight? Guys, can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me, my dear friends? Can you hear me? Audible, not audible? Yeah, Aishwarya, can you please mute yourself here? Aishwarya, guys, shall I ban Aishwarya? That is the only thing possible.
Hello, sir.
She is not listening. Shall I ban this girl, Aishwarya? My goodness. Bit laggy. Okay, give me a moment. Okay. Right. From now on, if anyone is disturbing the class, I would be actually, banning them without asking anything. Right? Okay. Cool. Now, guys, what is this weight called as? Can you tell me? WT. What is weight? Quickly. I don't really need any of your sorry. Please make sure that you are under mute always. That's the only thing. Okay. So weight is called as the state, right? No, it is called as the state, right? No. Now, similarly, when I walk, what will happen? Eat, I'll become fat. When I say walk, what will happen? Oh, Aishwarya, darling, it's okay, ma. It's okay. It's okay. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, yo, she felt really very bad. Okay. Aishwarya, darling, it's okay. Okay. Chalo. Now, guys, when you walk, what will happen, guys? When you eat, okay, you will gain fat, right? That is your gain weight, right? When you walk, what will happen? Okay, you will lose the weight. That is I minus equal to 1. Correct? No? You will lose the weight. Okay. Did you understand this? Hello, guys. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay. So, in this case, what is weight called as? Weight is the state, isn't it? Weight is the state. Okay. Now, okay, so what happens here? What I want you to understand is that, okay, the behavior will change the state. Agree, disagree? The behavior will change the state. Correct? No? Okay. Behavior will change the state. That is what. Can you please write it down somewhere? Can you write it down somewhere? I'm just trying to give you some design terminologies, especially for experienced people. Okay. So behaviors will change the state of an object. Okay. Right? Is this clear till now? Clear, my dear friends? Okay. You have a class and you have behaviors and you have the you have this, what is that state? Okay. Now how and all we'll see later. More detail I'll be showing you over. I'm just giving an overview over here. Okay. Now, so we have to create objects of this, no? We have to create objects of this, isn't it? Yes or no? We only have defined how my object should look like through the class. This is your class. Okay. Now using this class, we have to create an object, isn't it? Okay. Now let me create an object. Okay. Sub is equal to HB, open the bracket, close the bracket. Did you see that, guys? So now there is a real object called as sub. Is that clear now? So this is the way you actually create objects. And if suppose I want to create an object Bhuja, so what I'll do is that Bhuja is equal to human being. Guys, did you see that? Okay, this is how I'm actually creating objects. Did you see that? So totally how many objects are there now? How many objects are there now? 2 objects are there. Correct? No? There are 2 objects. So where are these objects present? Where are these objects present? Yeah. Where are these objects present? Quickly tell me. Okay, they are present on the heap. Okay, so I'll write the diagram and all. Don't worry. So did you understand how to create a class? You have to create a class using the keyword class, and then you will have a class name called as human being. Within the class, you have to say what all behaviors can these objects can actually do, right? No. So in my human being class, my objects Subhash or Bhuja can talk, they can eat, and they can actually walk. Isn't it, my dear friends? Yes or no? Right. Now, how do I make Subhash to talk? Yeah, tell me. I want to make Subhash to talk. How will I do? I will say sub dot talk. When I say sub dot talk, it means I am asking Subhash to talk, right? Now, if I want to make Bhuja to talk, what will I do? I will have to use the dot operator again by saying Bhuja dot talk, right? No. So with respect to which object you are calling, no, so that object will do this particular activity. Is that clear? Is that clear, my dear friends? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Hello, are you understanding? So now tell me, are you making sense about these methods that I was discussing in earlier classes? Okay, I was telling that methods. Okay, no. So can you give me one method of dictionary class? Okay, when I say d dot items, okay, when I say d dot items, right now, so this is one of the behavior of the object d. Now d is an object over here, isn't it? D is an object, correct? Now when d is an object, it means that it must have some class, no? It must have some class, no, my dear friends? Yes or no? Right now. So what is the class of this d? Tell me. What is the class of this d here? Tell me. It is dict. So how do I know whether what is the class of that? How do I know what is the class of that, my dear friends? Tell me what is that we have to do, which function I have to use to find out the class of a particular object. Tell me quickly, only then I'll show you exactly. See here, I'll show it to you. Okay, once again, one second. Okay, so what I'll do here is Python 3. Okay, so I'm going to create an empty dictionary now. Okay, then I would say type of D. So did you see that? So the class of this dictionary is of what type? Tell me, my dear friends. It is of type dict. So class is the keyword, dict is the name of the class. Did you understand? Guys, did you understand? Hello, guys, did you understand? Okay, so you have understood what you mean by class. So all these days I was telling no objects. Now are you getting a clear idea now? Okay, what do you mean by a method? What do you mean by an object? What do you mean by a class? Okay, this is basically a type which indicates how my object should look like. Okay, correct. Now, so shall we start with the programs one by one? Shall I start with the programs one by one? Right. So I am, I'll be. So did you understand? Do you want to write this out? Do you want to write this somewhere? Okay. Do you want to write this somewhere? Okay. Quickly write this down. I'll give you 1 minute time. Quickly write it down. Quickly write it down somewhere. Yeah. Quickly. Took picture. Very good. Nice. Now let me actually remove all this from here. Okay. Now listen to me. I want you to listen to the programs one by one very clearly. Okay. Right. 1 second. Hold on. And let me remove off completely so that I can clearly explain. Is it done? Okay, right. So what is the first thing we have here? Okay, let me remove this also. Okay. So what is this, my dear friends? Tell me. So what is the class name? What is the class name here? Okay, it is classy. Okay. So how many methods does it have? How many methods does it have? Okay, it has 2 methods. What are they? What are they, my dear friends? Quickly tell me name of the methods. One is set value, the other one is get value. Correct? No, they are the methods, right? No. So okay, so as the name says, set value is used for setting the values for the state, and get value is to get the values of the state. Okay, we'll discuss that later. Don't worry, right? So my class is having. So does my class classy have any kind of state? Does it have a state, my dear friends? Tell me, does it have a state? Okay, yes. What is the state? How many states does it have? How many states does it have? 2 states. What are those states? What are those states? Tell me quickly. What are those states? Those states are A and B. Very good. Okay. Now what is output? First, okay, class is defined. Okay. Now first what will happen? I'm just telling this is the main context. So I'll say print hello. What that I'm saying? I'm saying print hello, and the output would be print hello over here. Is that clear? Is this line clear? Print hello. Guys, is that clear? Print hello, is this clear? Okay, fine. Then what am I doing? Can you tell me what am I doing over here? It says C is equal to classy. So what am I creating? I am creating an object of type. You remember you were writing L is equal to list. You remember, guys, you were writing L is equal to list. Okay, so what does that mean? You are creating a list object, isn't it? You are creating an empty list object. You are creating, isn't it? L was an object of type list, right? List function. Similarly, okay, list was basically the class name, correct? So similarly, what are you doing now? You are actually creating an object. What is the name of the object? What is the name of the object? Okay, or what is the, yeah, it is referenced by C. No, classy is the class name. Using the syntax, you are creating an object. So what will happen, my dear friends? Tell me. First thing is, okay, there would be a reference variable C. Okay, you can call it as a reference variable C, and this is, there would be a heap. Okay, there will be a heap, and it is actually creating an object. You are creating an object. This one is called as an object, right? No, so this object is being referenced by C. Is that clear? Is this diagram clear with you all? This is heap. This is heap. Okay, and this is the stack of your global context. Right now this is not part of your heap. Okay, so I mean, when I say the C is not part of your heap, okay, it is only containing a reference, okay, to the heap over here. Is that clear? Hello, is that clear now? Right, so when I say classy, okay, done. So currently, is there anything there on the heap, my dear friends? Only this object. Does this object contain anything? It's an empty object, right? Object is not having any value for now, correct? No. Okay, then what am I doing here? Tell me. This line is okay. This line is okay. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? I'm saying I'm calling the method set value, isn't it? I'm calling the set value method with reference to whom? With reference to the object C. So it means that I am making the C do set value. Is that clear? I am making the object C do set value. Guys, is that clear? I am making the object C do the action of set value. Hello, yeah, yes or no? Tell me no quickly. Guys, am I audible? Am I audible? Yes or no? Then please respond no, else I'll not know. We are wasting time like this, right? So what happens here is that, okay, I want you to listen to me very carefully. Most of the textbooks, not most of them, not no textbooks will explain this. So listen to me. Okay, I've seen a lot of textbooks in Python. They are not explaining this. Okay, this will internally, okay, become like this. Okay, C dot, when you say, whenever you call any method with respect to an object, right? So internally the compiler will convert this, okay, function to set value, okay, and pass this C as a parameter to this. Is that okay? Okay, whenever you call any method with respect to an object, whenever you call, I'm repeating, whenever you call any method with respect to an object, that object will internally get passed as a parameter to it. Is that clear? Hello guys, did you understand this? And now this will get called, okay, sorry, what will get called? Guys, I want you to say yes.
Set value self.
Aishwarya Desai, mute yourself. I'll call you, then you can speak. Okay. I think I should punish, seriously, I have to punish people who will unmute. Okay. So set value will call this method. Okay. And where will C go and sit? C will go and sit in self. Hello. C will go and sit in self. Correct? No. So what is self-containing? What is self-containing? Self is containing object or the reference to an object. What is it containing? Okay, so suppose heap would be at address 100, so this will contain 100. Okay, so what will self contain? What will self contain? Is it containing an entire object or it is containing the reference to it? Right? No, what is it containing? It is containing an reference, right? No, so it goes and sits in self. Okay, now once it gets into it, it is mandatory, you have to write self. Okay, so the first parameter in your method should always be a self, right? Now guys, so your first parameter in your method, okay, in your objects method must always be a self. It is mandatory. People who have learned Java, can you tell me the equivalent of self? Anyone who has learned Java from me here, and if you remember the equivalent of self, okay, any idea guys? Exactly, that is called as this. Okay, that is called as the this pointer. You remember in Java we learned it as this pointer. In Python we have called it as self, isn't it? In Python we call it as self, right? So this object will get passed because this is used to indicate like not to whom this A and B belongs to, right? Now I will say, whenever I say self, whom is it referring to, my dear friends? Tell me, when I say self, whom am I referring to? I am calling with respect to C. When I say self, whom am I referring to? This C, isn't it? It means I'm referring to this object, isn't it, my dear friends? I'm referring to this object, correct or not? Right? So when I say self dot A is equal to 6, I am creating an instance variable inside this. Okay, and then when I say self dot B, I'm creating B is equal to 7. Okay, so these are called as, A and B are called as instance variables, or in a design level you can call it as a state, right? Now like your weight, height, I told you example. So in technically low level terms you call it as what? Instance variables. So this A and B belongs to the object, okay, C. Is that clear guys? Is that clear? Hello? Okay, so I have created an object which has a state A and B with its value 6 and 7. Is that clear guys? I am just waiting for your answer. Just tell me whether it is clear or not clear. Okay, no, so what I'm trying to do here is, when I create, I told you, what will object contain? Object will contain its state. Object must occupy space, it will have a state and it will have a behavior, right? So these are the behaviors which are actually which will tell what the object has to do. And okay, so I am also creating state for it. So A and B are the state for this object is C. Clear? Or you can call it as properties, or you can call it as attributes of this particular C. Is that clear? Hello? Right? Now having said that, okay, so this, okay, now then what do you have? this line is done. Okay, so what will set value do? Set value give the value to A as 6 and B as 7, isn't it, my dear friends? A is equal to 6, B is equal to 7, you gave it over here. Then what will you do? You're saying print, okay, C dot get to value. Okay, so when I say C dot get to value, again what happens? Okay, whenever you call any method with respect to an object, right? No, so what will happen? Can you tell me? Can you put that in the chat box? Whenever you call any method with respect to that object C, what will get passed? That will become get value of C will get passed, right? No, and that C will go and sit in self, isn't it? Okay, so get value, this is being called, okay, and the C will go and sit here. So when I say self, what is it referring to? It is referring to this object over here, right? So now what am I returning? Self dot A. What is self? Self is nothing but C, no? I'm saying self, no, C dot A. C dot A is what? 6. Okay, 6 comma self dot B is what is self dot B? It is 7, correct? No, so 6 comma 7 will get passed, and this will be collected as a tuple. Yes or no? Whenever returning two values, it will be collected as a tuple, and that would be returned over here, and that is why the output is 6 and 7. Hello guys, did you understand what I'm saying? Hello, you understand how it works? Okay, so I will keep asking questions, you tell me whether you understood or not, and only then we will proceed further. Is that clear? Okay, first one, did you understand what you mean by a class? Do you understand? You should be fast. Okay, do you understand what you mean by a class? Okay, do you understand what you mean by a class name? Do you understand what you mean by a class name? Okay, do you understand what you mean by methods? Do you understand what you mean by methods? Okay, do you know that all the methods that you create within a particular class must have this argument as self, isn't it? Yes or no? So what? Okay, fine. So what does the self contain? Self will always contain the reference of an object with which your method is being called. And did you understand? The self will always contain the reference of an object with which your method is being called, right? No? Okay, then do you understand what am I doing in this case? I'm creating an object, right? No, I'm creating an object. Yes or no, my dear friends? I'm creating an object. Did you understand this? Okay, and who is referring to my object over here? Which variable is C is referring to my object, correct? Now when I'm calling, how do I call any behavior, or how do I make C do some behavior? Okay, by using the dot operator, isn't it? C dot set value. So whenever I say C dot set value, what will happen, my dear friends? Tell me. Whenever I call a method with respect to an object name, okay, that object will get passed as a reference, and that will go and sit in the self, isn't it? Okay, and then set value. Now inside the set value, what am I doing? I'm creating two variables, A and B, isn't it? So what are these variables of objects called as? All the variables of objects are called as what, my dear friends? They are called as state in design level. Okay, but in low level, that is in the in the low level technical terms, what is it called as? It is called as instance variables, isn't it? These object variables are also called as instance variables. Is that okay? So what do you mean by instance variables? It means that it is belonging to an instance. It belongs to an instance. Instance means what? An object, right? No, instance is nothing but an object, right? No, when you create an instance, when you say I am creating an instance of a class, it means that you are creating an object of a class, is what it means. Is that okay? So they are called as instance variables or object variables. Okay, and design level, you call them as the state. Okay, so now I am assigning value, I am creating and assigning the values to my instance variables, and I am getting the values. Okay, so my dear friends, where are all the instance variables stored? Where are all your instance variables stored? Okay, they are stored on the heap as part of your object, correct? Now where are all your function variables stored? Function variables, normal functions. Okay, not the instance variables, normal. We did all these previous day, no? All the function variables. Where are the function variables stored? They're all stored on the stack, isn't it? Okay, now tell me, is C an instance variable over here? Is C an instance variable, my dear friends? Okay, tell me, is C an instance variable? Okay, hello, tell me guys, is C an instance variable? No, it is not an instance variable. Hey, who is that dirty fellow saying yes, sir? Okay, C is not an instance variable. C is a normal reference variable referring to an object, that's all. The instance variables are those variables which belongs to an object, right? No, A and B are belonging to this object, right? No, so C is only a name which is used to reference to an object. My dear friends, understand, C is not an object. Listen, C is not an object. Okay, no, C is only a name that is referring to an object. You're understanding? Okay, see, Subhash is not a human being. Subhash is only a name that is referring to a human being. Agreed? Guys, are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay, no, Subhash is not a human being. Yeah. Okay, no, Subhash is only a name that is referring to, okay, that is referring to Subhash Ku, isn't it? Sorry, referring to a particular human being, correct? No. Similarly, this is an object, right? This is an object, but we need someone to refer to the, some name has to be referring to that. No, that is what is C. So instead of saying C is a name referring to an object, we just directly say C is an object. Like instead of saying Subhash is a name referring to a human being, you will simply say Subhash is a human being. Agree? Did you understand what I'm saying? Hello guys, did you understand what I'm saying? Okay, is it complicated, easy, difficult? What do you feel? Okay, understanding? Okay, cool. This, when you say understanding, I'll feel so happy. Okay, now interesting. Okay, fine, cool. Okay, now guys, I'm okay. Right. So let's proceed to the next one. Okay, you'll understand. Don't worry, you'll be understanding. I'm going to, keep, gradually increasing the concepts over here. So you will be, in a position to understand. Okay, now in this case, keep answering my questions so that you will be able to think. Okay, now what is the class name? What is the class name? Okay, what is the class name? Classy. How many methods does it have? How many methods does it have? It has how many methods? 2 methods. What are those methods? What are those methods? What are those methods? Okay. Hey, who is that? A and B? I'll kill you. I'll come to your. I don't even have your address. I'll come and kill you. They are set value and get value. They are the methods. Set value and get value are the methods. Correct now? Okay. Now, how many objects am I? Okay. How many objects am I creating in this program? Tell me quickly. How many is here? This is one method and this is one method. Okay, fine. Hope you understood methods. So how many objects am I creating? Okay, how many objects am I creating? Okay, how many objects? 2 objects. What are the names of those objects? What are the names of those objects? Quickly. What are the names of those? Hey, who is that? Deepika. Is it A and B objects? Huh? Hey, Deepika, what are you talking here? I'm telling very clearly. See, that is why I'm asking questions to you. That's the reason I'm asking questions. Okay. What you're listening to me, Deepika, right? So COBJ1 and COBJ2, these are 2 objects, isn't it? Let me write here. Okay, COBJ1, I'll call it as C1. Okay, and C2, right? C1 is one box. Okay, and C2 is another box. C2 is another box, correct? You have a heap over here. You have a heap. Okay, one object, 2 objects, totally 2 objects, right? No. This is C1 is pointing to one object, C2 is pointing to another object. Yes or no? These 2 objects, classy, 2 objects are there. Correct now, guys? Did you understand this? One object, second object, 2 objects are there. Correct? Okay. Now what will happen to this line? Okay. See, in the previous example, did we pass any value? Did we pass any value, my dear friends? Hey, we didn't pass, but compiler passed. No, compiler passed by default. One parameter it passed. No, yes or no? That is the object, right? Now in this case, what will happen? Okay, so what will happen in this case? We are passing 2 and the compiler will automatically pass, okay, 1, correct? No, so how will this statement become? This statement will become, tell me, my dear friends, anyone write it in the chat box how this will become? This will become set value. Okay, set value, and by default, okay, C1 will get passed, comma 5, comma 6, isn't it? Yes or no? C1. Okay, this, how will this become? Okay, this will become set value. I'm calling this method. Okay, set value, right? So what does it become? Okay, C2, comma, what is it? 7, 7, comma 9, isn't it? 7, comma 9. Let me write it clearly. Okay, 1 minute. 7, comma 9. Isn't it? Yes or no? Now, so what will happen in the first case, my dear friends? Tell me. Set value will get called. Okay, set value. Okay, let me write it here. 1 minute. So what will get called? Set value will get called. Correct now? Now, what will self-containing for the first time? This line. What is C1? It will contain what will this? Okay, it will contain C1, isn't it? It is containing C1. So C1.A, self means it's nothing but C1. C1.A is equal to A, self.B. Okay, by the way, what will A contain? What will A contain? A will contain 5 and B will contain 6, isn't it? A will contain 5 and B will contain 6. Okay, now did you see why we are using self.A? Did you see why we are using self.A? If the self was not there, compiler is now confused. Okay, to which A am I referring to? Did you see the confusion, my dear friends? If self is not there, did you see this confusion over here? Guys, are you understanding the confusion or not right now? So if the local variable name is also same as the instance variable, then it would be a problem, correct? So what I will do is that I am writing self.a and self.b. So when I say self, whom is it referring to now? Can you tell me? When I say self.a, whom is it referring to, my dear friends? Tell me. It is referring to C1. Okay. So in C1's a will be how much? Okay. How much? 5 will get stored, right? It would be 5. Okay. This 5 will get stored here, right? That is this 5. This 5 will get stored here. And B, okay. In C1's B will be equal to the 6. B is containing 6. No, this will get stored over here. Okay. So 6 will get stored over here. Is that clear? Yeah. Hello guys, is that clear? Okay, simple. No. Now in the next line, what will happen? Set value C2 comma 7 comma 9. Did you see that? C2 comma 7 comma 9. What will happen now? Again this method will be called. Yes or no? Again this method will be called. Same method. Okay, but now what will be the self? Tell me what will be self, my dear friends. Tell me what will be self. Self will now be what? C2. Second time it is calling. No, now it is passing C2. C2's object, right? So now self will be C2. Okay, this is C2. Okay, and A will be how much? A will be 7 and B will be 9, right? No. Now what will self dot means? When I say self, it is referring to C2, right? So in C2, now C2's A will be how much? C2's A will be how much? Yeah, it would be 7 and C2's B will be how much? C2's B will be 9, correct? Hello, did you understand this? So I have created two objects and I've given instance variables. Okay, now what is the name of the instance variable? Tell me, what are the instance variables? Okay, what are the instance variables? Okay, A and B are the instance variables, correct? No. Okay, now having said that, now you tell me whether this A and this B are instance variables. Are this A and this B instance variables, my dear friends? Tell me quickly. Is this A and this B instance variables? Are these A and B instance variables? No, they are not instance variables. They are local variables to this particular, okay, function. If it has to be an instance variable, it has to be referenced with self.a. They are local variables. A and B are local variables to this particular function. They are not instance variables. Okay, if it wants to be instance variables, are those variables that belongs to an object, isn't it? Yes or no? So instance variables are those variables that belongs to an object. They are not belonging to an object that we just passed it. They are local variables. Got it? Instance variables are those variables that belongs to an object, and therefore self.a, self.b are your instance variables. Is that clear? Yeah. Hello. Is that clear? Guys, is that clear? Hello, 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 everyone. Okay. Now, having said that, okay, next what will happen? Okay, this line cobj1 dot get to value. Okay, so how will this get converted to? What will this become? Okay, let me write here only instead of confusing. Let me write here itself. Okay, so what will this become? Tell me. This will become, okay, get value. And what is it passing? Get value. And what will get passed? Okay, first time C1 will get passed, isn't it? COBJ1 will get passed, right? So what will happen in this case? This will go and call this method. And what is self-containing now? What will self-containing? Guys, what is self-containing? It is containing C1, right? Now I will enter into this and I will say self.a, self.b. It is containing C1, no? So C1's A and C1's B will get printed. Did you see that? C1's A and C1's B will get printed, and hello main is already printed. Okay, this hello main is already printed. And then what will this become? This will become get value. Okay, get to value. Okay, C2, get to value C2 will get copied. Okay, and then what will happen? You tell me, my dear friends. Okay, C2 will get, why is it not writing properly? I am writing, this dirty flow is not writing properly. Okay, so where did this go? Okay, give me a moment. Okay, so get to value. Okay, so this will become C2, correct? So when I call this function, what will happen, my dear friends? It will call this function, and what is self-containing? It will contain C2. So C2.a, C2.b. C2.a is 7, C2.b is 9. So therefore, it will print 7 and 9. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear? Hello? Hello, everyone. Is that clear? Is it difficult? Understanding, not understanding, not interesting? What do you feel? What do you feel? Understanding, everyone? Clear? Okay. Okay. Easy and interesting. Very good. Very nice. Okay. Super. Now let me come to the next one. Okay. Next, let me come to the next one. Okay. So my dear friends here. Okay. So what is the name of the, okay. So in the previous case, who was setting the values for the instance variables? Who was in these program 1 and program 2? Okay. So who was setting the values for instance variables? Yeah. It was set value method, correct? Who was setting a Devarasi and Pratiksha? I'm asking who was setting the value. Did you see that? Who is setting the value over here? Right? No, the method set value is setting the value. Yes or no? Yeah. The method set value was setting the value for instance variable. Yes or no? Pratiksha and Devarasi. Yes or no? Right? But here, do you think there is a set value over here? Is there a set value in this particular program? There is no set value, isn't it? Okay, so let us see what will happen first. Okay, so what happens here is that by default, okay, whenever you call a function, guys, listen to me, whenever you create an object, no, automatically there is a method which will automatically get called, right? No, in Java or in C++, you call such kind of methods as constructors. Okay, though we cannot call this as constructor completely, but you can consider as a constructor. And see, listen to me, whenever you're creating an object, automatically this method, that is underscore underscore init underscore underscore, will get called. Hello, is that okay? Did you understand? You don't need to call it separately. The compiler will arrange a call for this underscore underscore init. Okay, so why is this doing it? Now listen to me, guys, listen to me. It is needed because, okay, imagine a scenario where, okay, you forget to call set value method. Okay, no, you forget to call in program 2, you forget to call set value method. In that case, and after forgetting to do set value, you are simply saying get value. Will it work? Will it work? Tell me. You forgot to do set value. Understand the concept clearly. You forgot to call set value. Okay, because you see in that program 2, in this program 2, set value is the one which is giving value to your, or creating your, state. It is the one which is actually creating your instance variable. Whereas, okay, you forgot to call this set value itself. These two lines you forgot, and directly you are saying get value, right? And now you are saying return self dot a, return self dot b. Will it work? Yeah, tell me. Will it work? Okay, no, because, okay, the A and B was not created at all, isn't it? A and B was not created because you forgot. Then you will go and do set value, and then you will do it, right? Now, so similarly, okay, so what if you forget to actually call set value? So that is a bad design. So always keep in mind, especially in object oriented programming, if suppose you want to give some initial values to your variables, then don't use set value or setter methods. I want to tell you one more thing. They might ask you in interview, what do you mean by setter methods? What do you mean by setter methods? And what do you mean by getter methods? Okay, these are design questions. What do you mean by setter methods? And what do you mean by setter methods, getter methods? Setter methods are those methods which are used to set the initial value or set the value for your instance variables. And getter methods are those methods which are used to get the values of your, okay, instance variables. Now, in this case, can you tell me which is the setter method? Can you tell me which is the setter method, my dear friends? Hello? Which is a setter method? Set value is a setter method. Why do you call it as a setter method? Because setter method is used to set the value for your, okay, initial value for your instance variables, and getter method is used to get the values, whatever values are there for your variables. No, you'll get that. That is called as your getter methods. Okay, so according to object oriented principles, right? So the design convention says, according to design, it is not mandatory, but the design, the very good design says that, okay, don't call the function set value to initialize your instance variables, because there are chances that you might forget to call, okay, setter methods. Yes or no, my dear friends? Yes or no? You might forget to call setter methods, right? No, you might, it's a simple program, okay, but what if you're doing some very big application and you are depending on set value to give initial value to your instance variables, right? You might forget to call, and if you call, do you think there would be a initial value created? There is no state would be created, and there would be a problem, isn't it, my dear friends? Are you understanding? So guys, are you understanding or not? Am I fast? Guys, am I fast? You're understanding, not understanding? Tell me your opinion, whatever it is. Okay, no, you're getting what I'm saying? Understanding. Okay, understood. So again, I'll repeat. See, you're not supposed, okay, getting, okay. You want me to repeat? Yeah. You want me to repeat? What I'm trying to tell you is that set methods are used. Listen, these these are called as setter methods. Okay. These setter methods are you see, I want you to, imagine, I want you to visualize, imagine, understand, put your effort also, right? So setter methods are used to set the values into your instance variable. Did you understand? Okay, first of all, did you understand what do you mean by a setter method? I want everyone to say, did you understand what do you mean by setter method? Setter methods are those methods which are used to give values, initial value to your instance variables, like we did. Correct? No, we get. Did you understand? So what do you mean by getter methods? Getter methods are not gutter methods. Hey, who is a dirty fellows? They'll be thinking, what do you mean by gutter methods? Not gutter, getter, G-E-T-T-E-R, getter methods. Okay, right? Yeah. Okay, so getter methods are those methods which are used to get the values of your instance variables. Do you understand? Guys, did you understand? Hello, did you understand setter and getter? Okay. Now, my question is that, okay, what if you forget to call setter methods? That's the problem. The problem is, what if you forget to call setter methods? If you forget to call setter methods, will you be able to, set the value to your instance variable? Tell me, no. Okay. And what if you do get value then? It will be an error, correct? No, because your value only is not set. You're simply saying to get the value, isn't it? So getter method will not work in that way, isn't it? So now, is it possible for you to rely on setter methods every time? Is it possible for you to rely on setter methods every time, my dear friends? Absolutely no, isn't it? So that is why object-oriented languages will give you a concept called as a constructor. Okay, what is the value called as? What is it called as? Okay, what is it called as? Okay, it is called as what? The constructor. Okay, so in Python you cannot call it as a constructor. People don't call it as constructors because constructors has different other ways of doing it, so we will not call constructor, but for now it is a kind of constructor. Okay, so what does this constructor do? Constructors are those functions which will be automatically called by the compiler when you are creating an object. Clear? Constructors are those functions which will get automatically called, okay, which will get automatically called when you are creating an object. Is that clear? Guys, is that clear? Is this clear? Am I fast or slow, or what do you think? Understanding, not interesting, dirty concepts? What do you feel? Guys, quickly tell me. Understanding? Okay, so my question to you is that, okay, so what do you mean by a constructor function? Constructor functions are those functions which will get automatically called when you are creating an object, isn't it? Yes or no? Right? Now, in my case, what is the constructor function called? Okay, what is this constructor function? What is the name of that constructor function? Underscore init underscore. Don't say Booja, don't say init. Underscore init underscore. Okay, such kind of methods are called as what methods? Such kind of methods are called as what methods? Yeah, tell me quickly. They are called as dunder methods. I told you, no, you remember I told you this. They are called as dunder methods, right? What do you mean by dunder methods? What do you mean by dunder methods? Tell me quickly. What do you mean by dunder methods? Okay, double underscore methods, not hidden methods. Who is that? Lokesh. Lokesh, hidden it seems. Why it is hidden? It is underscore. Okay, no? Oh, you're talking about that modules. Okay, Lokesh is talking about modules. No. It was not private. I just gave you one example there. That is not private. Okay, dunder means underscore. There it was used to make that variable, private within that module, right? So underscore. Is that clear? These are called as, okay. Please repeat constructor. Constructor is a function that will automatically called when you are creating an object. Okay, automatically creating an object. This is called as your constructors. Is that clear, guys? Okay. Which word is right? Yeah, Praveen, which word is right? Is that the right word? Means what do you mean by that? Means which? How will I know? Dunder. Absolutely, you can use dunder. Okay, Python people will call it as dunder. Okay, I don't know whether it is there in English vocabulary. English vocabulary will not have. Okay, but you can call it as dunder methods. And when you go to any Python community and say dunder methods, they will understand what you're talking about. Is that okay? So you can call it as dunder methods. It is very famously called as dunder methods. Okay. Now, having said that, now, so what will happen, my dear friends, when I say C obj1 is equal to class A, an object got created. Listen to me. I'm going to write the diagram here. Okay. So C1, okay, C1 box, and on the heap, okay. So there was one object got created, right? Now there one object got created, right? So in that, how many instance variables was created by the dunder method? A is equal to 6 and B is equal to 7 got created, isn't it? A is equal to 6 and B is equal to 7. Okay. Now again, I created one more object. What is the name of that object? The name of the object is C2. Okay. The name of the object is C2. Then what happened? Again, an object got created, isn't it? Again, an object got created. So again, this will contain what? A is equal to 6 and B is equal to 7. A is equal to 6 and B is equal to 7. So two objects got created, isn't it, my dear friends? Okay, so who created it? The constructor, underscore underscore init underscore underscore init function called it, right? Now, so this self is mandatory, because here also the, when you're calling this function also, the reference will actually automatically get called, or automatically will get passed by the compiler. Compiler will make sure that this will get passed, okay, to identify to which object this has to be assigned, right? Is that clear? And then I'm doing get value. So what will it return? When I call get value with respect to C1, it will give 6 and 7, and get value, it will give you 6 and 7. That is the output. Okay, hello main was already printed. Okay, so guys, did you understand this? Hello guys, did you understand this? Hello, hello darlings, did you understand? Yes. Okay, super cool. Right, now shall I proceed to the next one? Shall I proceed to the next one? Okay, in fourth one, what is happening in fourth one? Okay, did you see in this third one what happened was that, did you pass any values? Did you pass any values, my dear friends? No, right? So both the objects got the same values, correct? Both the objects got same values, yes or no? In both the objects got the same values, correct or not? Tell me quickly, both the objects got same values, right? Now, so in fourth, what is happening? In fourth, what is happening is that, okay, first time I'm creating an object. When I create, is there a set method? Tell me, is there a set method? Yeah. Is there a set method? There is no set method. So when I call classy, okay, what will get called first time? What will get called? Okay, the dunder method, that is underscore underscore init underscore underscore init will get called, correct? No. So this self will contain what? What does the self contain for the first time? First time, what will the self contain? Okay, it will contain the C1, correct? A will be how much? What will be A? It will be 5. Okay, B will be 6. Okay, so the first object's instance variables will be what? First object's instance variable will be 5 and 6. Okay, similarly, now when I call the second time when I call, what will happen? What will be the value of self? What will be the value of self? Quickly tell me. Self value will be what? Okay, it would be, okay, it would be C2, and A value would be okay 7. B value would be 8. Okay, now when I call get value, what will get printed? 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that clear? So totally two objects with its instance variables. Okay, so 5, 6 and 7, 8. Is that clear? Yeah, so I created two objects with two different values of for its instance variables. Hello guys, clear? Okay, fine, guaranteed. Okay, cool. Shall I proceed further? Just say proceed in the chat box. Just say proceed in the chat box. To proceed, say proceed in the chat box. Okay. Okay. Now tell me here what is happening here. Tell me what is happening here. Now, okay. So tell me first where will it go? First where will it go? It is here, isn't it? First is hello main. So hello main got printed, correct? And then I am creating two objects. So two objects 5, 6, 7, 8. It is getting printed over here, isn't it? Hello? Yes or no, guys? So, okay, in this case, then what am I doing? cobj1.a, cobj1.b, cobj2.a, cobj2.b. I'm just, okay. So it will not be a tuple. It won't be a tuple. Okay. It won't be a tuple. It would be 5, 6, and 7, 8, isn't it? Okay. This is a previous. It is not a tuple because I'm not calling get value. Am I calling get value here? Is this method being called? Is this method being called, my dear friends? Tell me. It is not being called, but directly I'm printing it on the using the print function. I'm directly printing it. Is that clear? Hello, is that clear, guys? Clear? Not clear? I'm not calling this. I'm showing you different methods of printing it. That's all. Different methods of different ways of accessing it. Okay. Okay. I'm not calling this, but directly. This is not being called in this particular program. Okay. Hello, guys. Okay. Not okay. I'm waiting for all your, input. Is that okay? Right. Right. Okay. Shall I proceed further? Okay. Fine. Okay. Now see what is happening over here. Can you tell me what is the change? What is the change from the previous one to this program? What is the change? Did you see that? I'm giving the variable names as underscore underscore a underscore underscore. These are dunder variables. These are dunder instance variables, right? Now, when I say dunder instance variables, okay, and then not dunder instance variables, that are dunder methods. These are dunder inster variables, right? And now what is happening? Hello main will get printed, no problem. But okay, and I'm creating an object also here, also no problem. One object is being created, but when I'm trying to print those objects, okay, cobj1 dot underscore underscore a, cobj1 dot underscore underscore b, what is the output it is giving me? Tell me. It is telling that class U object has no attribute underscore underscore A. Did you see that? Guys, did you observe that? Okay, it is because when I read, okay, underscore underscore A, that is when I use this underscore underscore before the instance variable name, it can be, it will be able to, I mean, what do you call, these variables can be accessed only within this particular class. Okay, so it cannot be accessed by someone else. Is that clear? Did you understand? It cannot be accessed by someone else. It can only be, see, I am trying to print it over here. So within this class only it will be able to access. Outside the class, I'll not be able to access it. Whereas here you see, here outside the class, I was able to access it. Okay, what do you mean by outside the class? See now self.a, self.b. This is inside the class or outside the class? I am trying to access this inside the class or outside the class. Tell me. Everyone tell me whether I'm accessing self.a, it is inside the class, isn't it? The self.a, self.b is within this particular class. Whereas cobj2.a, cobj2.b, this is inside the class or outside the class? This is outside, because this function, print function, does not belong to this class. This is outside the class, isn't it? But I have made it, just a. But if I make it as underscore underscore a underscore underscore a, and then try to access outside the class, this will not work. Did you see that? Guys, hello, did you observe this? Did you see that, my dear friends? Hello, guys, understood or not? Okay, I wanted to, I want you to understand what I'm trying to tell you. Clear with that? Okay, so when you say underscore underscore a, it will not be, you will not be able to access it outside the class. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. So having said that, coming to this one now. Okay. So what is the output over here? Give me a moment. I'll just make it proper. Put it into one page. Okay. Huh. Now tell me what is happening in this program. Okay, tell me what is happening in this program. How many methods are there? How many methods are there here? Okay, first is hello main. I wanted to keenly observe. Okay, hello main. Okay, now, okay, here. How many objects am I creating? How many objects am I creating, my dear friends? I'm creating one object. Okay, so it will be created over here, isn't it? A and B. So what do you mean by underscore underscore A underscore underscore B? What is the meaning of this? Tell me. What is the meaning of this? It means it has been hidden. I will not be able to access it outside the class, isn't it? Like here, we gave it here, no? We gave it here, no? Outside the class, it did not work. It gave you an error because it was hidden, isn't it? These guys, these variables, instance variables were hidden. If suppose I want to hide an instance variable, or I don't want a function which is outside of my class to access it, then I will actually make it as underscore underscore A underscore underscore B. Guys, is that clear? Hello? Yes or no? Clear? Okay. Now, what I will do in this case is that, see, is it possible? Should it work? Should it work? Tell me. Okay. Guys, tell me, should it work? Hello. Okay. Tell me what will happen. Okay. Keep answering my question. First, it will print hello main. And then when I create this object, what will happen? When I create this object like this function call, what will happen? Tell me. When I call this function, what will happen? What will get called? Which function? Tell me which function will get called. Okay, that is dunder method underscore underscore init method will get called, isn't it? So this method will be called. That is, this method will be called, correct? And what is self-containing? What is self? What is self? Yeah, tell me. Okay, self will be C1. Okay, A will be what? A will be 5 and B will be 6. Okay, now I am creating an instance variable of A. A value will now become underscore underscore A will be what? 5. Underscore underscore B will be what? It would be 6. And then I am calling self is what? What is self? Just tell me that. What is self? What is self? Self is C1. So cobj1 dot same. Okay, it means cobj1. So I am calling this method with respect to cobj1, correct? No. So I am calling this method now. Did you see that? I am calling this method, right? So when I'm calling this method, what is self-containing? Can you tell me? When I'm calling this, what is self-containing? Guys, observe, it is containing C1, isn't it? This self is nothing but C1. So when this is getting called, what happens is, okay, same, okay, within bracket self. Okay, self is nothing but C1, correct? No, C1's reference will get passed. Okay, so this is nothing but like this, same. Okay, guys, am I oversimplifying it to you? Are you understanding? Okay, I'm trying to simplify so that you'll understand. So this, okay, will come and, okay, sit here in self. Is that clear? Okay, and then what happens? I'm getting into this. So A will be self dot underscore underscore A, self dot underscore underscore B. Will it work? Will it work? Will it work? Why it will work? Why it will work? It is a hidden variable. Why it is working? Tell me. Because it is inside the class. It is inside the class. I'm able to do that. Correct? No, it is inside the class. Within the, when you say inside the class, the functions belonging to the same class can access it. The functions belonging to the same class can access it, and that is why I'll get the output as a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 6. Okay, now, right? So Aisha, can you unmute yourself and talk to me, Aisha, quickly? Aisha, I want you
Yes,
to
sir. Yes, sir.
tell me, ma. Start from
Yes,
here.
sir.
What will happen here?
Yes, sir. I didn't understand the self dot same
Tell me
wala
what
line.
will happen here. Keep answering my question. What will happen here?
Okay, okay. Okay. Here it will go to that dunder wala method.
Dunderwala method, no? Dunder method. Is that okay?
Dunder method, yeah.
Okay, fine. Tell me then. So what will self contain?
Okay. Self will be C1.
Very
C
good.
like object 1.
C object 1. Okay, cool. Then comma. What will 5 contain?
5,
Sorry, what will A
5
will
and
contain?
6.
A will contain 6. Okay.
Yeah, 5 and 6.
Then what will happen? Self dot underscore underscore A. What is it? This will get stored. So an object is getting created now.
Yeah, A will be again, there will be 5 and 6.
This will be 5. This will be 6. Correct? No. So that is
Yeah.
self dot this one, self dot this. Okay. Now what am I doing? What is self containing?
Self in, it is again C1.
C1. Correct? No. So I'm calling what? C1 dot same method. Correct? Is there a method here same within this class?
Yes.
Can you see this method?
Yeah, yeah.
So am I calling this method?
Okay, okay.
Am I calling the answer my question? Not okay,
So,
okay.
So the output is
Answer
printing
my
inside
question.
the class.
Answer my question. That's all. Answer my question. Okay. Is the same being called? Keep answering my question. That's all. Okay. So my question is now, am I calling this method here? Same method from inside this method?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
who is calling with respect to what?
Self.
What is self?
That is C1.
So whenever you call any method with respect to self, what will happen? I told you it will get passed inside.
Same dot self.
So now what is that? Basically,
and that
what
is
is self?
nothing but C1.
C1. Okay. So when I call this method, it comes here, no? I'm calling this method. It comes
so
here.
That
no?
The same will
it is C1, right? So now I'm inside this, I'm printing self dot A and self dot B, which is nothing but C1 dot A and C1 dot B. Is that clear?
Okay.
Hey, okay, not. Did you understand?
Okay, sir.
Okay,
understood,
but you did not
completely
understood.
Completely.
Completely understood. Okay.
No, I understood completely. Yeah.
Even I understood completely that you understood completely. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, done. Chalo. Guys, did you all understand completely what I told you completely? Guys, did you understand this? Hello, guys. Yeah, shall I proceed further? Just say proceed in the chat box. If you have understood completely, just say proceed in the chat box. Is that clear? Okay. Now coming to this. Okay, now coming to this. What if I want to access it outside? What if I want to access it outside? Okay, so if you want to access those variables outside, then okay, you have to, what happens is basically, whenever you say underscore A, internally the name of that variable would have been changed. Okay, so that name that gets changed, that concept is called as name mangling. What is it called as? Name mangling, changing the name or adding some extra information to that name so that others will not get to know. Isn't it, my dear friends? Yes or no? Guys, are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay, right? Hello, guys. Are you able to hear me? Okay, so it is like, on your computer, you will have certain things that, okay, it should not be easily available to your parents. Okay, some folders like that, right? Now some secret folders would be there. So what you will name those folders as? Tell me, my dear friends. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay, you, who knows, your father would have access to your computer and you would have kept something which is, which your father must not see. And what you will do for such kind of folders, yeah, you will make it hidden. See, Shruti, I got to Shruti will have, and you'll also keep some kind of different names, no? So that it is so confusing, you will study material. Yeah, you'll keep something kind of study material, games or code word or something like that, right? So same thing. Okay, similarly, so Python also, what Python will do, Python will also try to give some, okay, for us it looks like underscore A, but for the outside world it would actually change it as, okay, underscore class name underscore variable name. Is that okay? Guys, okay, assignment, it seems Neha will keep it as assignment. Okay, so did you understand? So for the outside world, the same variable would be named as underscore class name underscore underscore a. Okay, no, so when you write it, you will be able to access that variable. Is that clear? Okay, this is just to make sure that, boss, you don't act to, okay, let me tell you one design principle. The design principle is, my dear friends, never ever, okay, try to access the private variables of an object. That if you are trying to access a private variable of a particular object, it means that it's a very bad design. Okay, you're not good at object oriented programming. That is what it means. Okay, that is a bad design. You're not supposed to, okay, expose the private variables outside that particular class. Are you understanding? You understanding what I'm trying to tell you, my dear friends? Okay, so it means you're breaking the concept of encapsulation itself. Okay, so encapsulation is written for what do you mean by encapsulation? Okay, whatever we are learning today is encapsulation, isn't it? Encapsulation is putting the data and the functions that will operate on that data together. We are binding it together. Yes or no, my dear friends? We are binding it so that some other function should not be able to access that data. Correct? No? Agree with me? Agree, disagree? We are doing encapsulation because that data should be accessed only by the functions of that particular class. Okay, but what if you are trying to access that particular variable outside the class? Then what will happen? Then there is no meaning of encapsulation, right? So why should you bring in such kind of encapsulation concept and all that? Then the whole purpose of encapsulation is gone, right? So that is the reason. Okay, that is the reason. Okay, you are not supposed to do breaking our own laws. Correct? Not, it's not our own laws, breaking the object oriented laws. Correct, Ashutosh? Right? So that is why you're not supposed to do that, right? But still, if you want to do, okay, Python has told you that you can do it this way. Okay, because the name has been, the original name has been mangled. We call it as name mangling. Guys, is that clear? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Guys, you understand what I'm saying? Hello? Okay, so this is the way. These are all interview questions. And whatever I'm saying now on is interview question only here. If you can listen and understand whatever I'm saying, then aram se you can do it. Okay, right? Okay, fine. Shall I go to the next one? Program 9. Okay, so what will happen over here? Tell me. What will happen? Again, this is again an interview question kind of. What will happen over here? This will result in error because it says, boss, you are just having a class, but you are not written anything over here. Okay, it means there is a problem over here. It was saying. Okay, so how do I avoid that problem, my dear friends? Tell me. I've not given any description to this class. So you remember we had discussed something called as pass. Okay, what does pass say? What does pass say, my dear friends? Tell me. What will pass will say? Pass will say that, boss, I have nothing to write for now currently, but in future I'm going to write something, but please compile my code. Is it? Exactly, Chaitra, you're right. Right means that just I'm going to write it later. I'm going to write the code later, but for now just pass it. I've just kept it for testing purpose or something like that, right? So you can actually write a pass over here. Is that okay? Right now, and right, so I'm just trying. Okay, did you see that? What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to print this object. Okay, I'll talk about this later, but observe this. I'm going to talk about this later. I wanted to observe this. Print COBJ. When I print the object, I'm getting some object like this, some nice message like this. Okay, so this is a message which has been given. What is it and all? We'll see later. Hello guys, is that okay? Hello, is that okay? Fine, just observe this. Later I'll talk about this. Okay. Okay, so my question now is it more for today or shall we proceed still? Is it more for today or we'll proceed? Because I don't want to put everything together. Is it more, we'll continue tomorrow, or we will proceed? Tell me quickly. Tell me quickly. It is more. Okay. 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 So it is 9:15. Okay. There is, okay. Right. I will explain, okay, 2 more concepts and then we will proceed. Is that okay? 2 more concepts and we'll proceed further. Only 2 more concepts, very simple concepts, and then we will proceed. Okay. So now, okay. So what we'll do is, let me 1 second. Okay, fine guys. I'll do one thing. Shall I revise in 15 minutes, whatever we learned, so that you'll remember? Okay. And then tomorrow I will start new concept. That would be nice. Is that okay? Quickly, we will do a revision. Is that okay? Right. So let us not waste 15 minutes. We'll just quickly revise, right? So from first, keep seeing the code, and I will be repeating, guys. Class. Okay. Just say yes, no, whatever it is. Okay. Yes, no, or whatever it is. Okay. Do you understand what do you mean by a class keyword? Yes, no. Class keyword. Okay. Class name. Okay, and methods, okay, setter methods, getter methods, okay, setter methods, getter methods, okay, and this is the way we actually call the object with respect to, you'll write the class name, open the bracket, close the bracket. This is how you call the, you create an object. How do you create an object? You create an object name, some name is equal to, and the class name, isn't it? Class name, open the bracket, close the bracket. This is how you create an object. Okay. So where are the objects created? Where are the objects created? Objects are created on the heap. Okay. Where are reference variables created? There are reference variables created on the stack. Okay. Where are local variables created? Where are local variables created? On the stack. Where are instance variables created? Instance variables created. Okay. Heap. Okay. So instance variables are called in the design terms as what? Instance variables in the design term is called as what? State. Okay. So methods in the design level is called as what? Okay. Methods in the design level is called as what? Behaviors. Correct. Now what does an object have? Object will have a state which will occupy a space and will have a behavior. Correct. Now put that in comma. State comma, it has a space as a state and will have a behavior. Correct. So who will change the state of a particular object? Who will change the state of an object? Tell me. Behavior. Behavior will change the state of a particular. That is nothing but behavior is nothing but methods. Methods will change, isn't it? Okay, right. Okay. So those methods which are used to initialize or set the value to an instance variables are called as what? Are called as what? Setter methods. So those methods there which are used for getting the values are called as what? Getter methods. Okay. And then okay. So whenever we call a method with respect to an object, what will get passed? Tell me what will get passed. Okay. So yeah, reference will get passed, right? No, and that reference will be collected where will that reference be collected? It would be collected in the self, right? So what is the guarantee that this self is containing this only, my dear friends? What is the guarantee that this is containing this only, my dear friends? Tell me, how do I prove that? I am telling you that C is getting passed and that is going and sitting in self. What is the guarantee? How do you do that? How do you try that? I mean, how do you make sure that it is the same thing? Okay. So give me a minute. I'm going to show you something very important. Listen to me carefully. Okay. Are you all looking at the, one second. Okay. One second. Listen. Okay. One second. Vi test.py. Okay. Guys, listen to me. Okay. Class. I am testing. Okay. Class testing. Okay. Class testing. And then I am saying, okay. One second. Okay. Def set value. Okay. Set value. I told self no. And then, okay. So I'm saying printf, print hello. Okay. Print hello. And then I'm creating an object, right? I'm creating an object. C is equal to testing. Correct now, my dear friends? Is that okay? I'm creating an object. So what did I, okay. So, and then I'll say C dot set value. Correct now? Is that okay? Now, what did I tell you, my dear friends? Tell me, I told whenever you're calling set value with respect to this object C, internally what will get passed? Internally what will get passed? Yeah. What will get passed is the C. I told you that. Then that C will go and sit where? That C will go and sit where? It will go and sit in self, isn't it? So how do we prove that? How do we prove that? Is by saying print, okay, ID of self. Correct? No? We'll see the ID of self. No, both should be same. No? Okay, print ID of C. Correct now, my dear friends? Did you understand what I'm trying to do here? Okay, so let me try this out. Python thread test.py. Guys, did you see both the IDs are same? Did you see both the IDs are same here now? Hello, did you understand? Okay, guys, do you understand? Do you understand what I'm trying to do here? Okay, this is how it is. Okay, clear. Okay, fine, cool. Okay, so you know what? The moment I told we will do a revision, automatically from 190, it became 183. So those people who went away, no, did not get this concept of proving this self ID self. Yes or no, my dear friends? Yes or no? They don't even have the patience to stay till the end. They missed this concept. Yes or no? So guys, see, starting is not important here. You should be there till the end. That is when, okay, that is when things will happen. Starting, anyone can start. I want you to be till the end. Yeah. See, today, when we are doing the revision, what happened is automatically what happened, we learned how to prove that whether the self and this, objects are same, isn't it? So those people who left the class missed it. Okay. So you should have been really in my real class, man. Okay. My real class. If anyone not listening to me, gun case, directly hit them only, directly, pakka, guaranteed. Okay, now hammering, correct, hammering, throwing, what do you call, if I get something, throw only. Okay, so anyways, chalo, let us not do it, because now if I throw my gun, my laptop gone, isn't it? So like that, right? Now having said that, right, so okay, so set value done, get value done. Okay, and you know what, in my normal classes, the classes used to start morning 7:30, early morning 7:30, and till 7:30 to 9:30, people used to be there in the institute itself. They have to do the assignment, submit to me, and only then they will go. Okay, girls can go by 7:30, 8 o'clock. Boys has to be there mandatory till 8:30, 9:30, until we will close the institute and go. Right now, until they submit, I'll not allow. And okay, you know what, they have, even if they come with some doubt, I will ask them to go try by themselves. They have to try, and in that process of trying, no, they will learn a lot of things, and that is what is my interest. I want them to learn that process. And one more good thing is, they used to actually make a lot of friends. Okay, that's the kind of thing. Anyways, okay, so let us quickly revise here. Okay, what is that? Okay, so you understood setter method, getter method, self. Okay, so guys, any doubt in this? No. So whenever you are calling a function automatically, so if you want to initialize those methods, I mean, if you want to initialize the instance variables automatically, then which function will call? Tell me, my dear friends. We will define. Okay, so you have to say dunder underscore init underscore, or you can say dunder init. Say dunder init, or say underscore init underscore. Okay, there are many dunder methods. There are many dunder methods. Okay, no, so init is one of the dunder method. Okay, tomorrow we'll learn many other dunder methods. Okay, and then okay, so when dunder, so this init method will be called automatically when the object is being called. Okay, so now did you see that? So two objects, two different variables. Okay, so guys, okay, clear? No, here also clear. Objects are created. Okay, so if I want to hide some instance variable from the outside world, I will make it as underscore A underscore B. Okay, even this is clear. And what so what has happened internally? What is that concept? Changing the name of this variable. Okay, what is it concept called as? I told you, the concept is called as what? Okay, it is called as what? Yeah, name angling. Very good. Okay, and then okay, I think we have done. Yeah, okay, good question. Okay, right, so pass, right, pass is also done. Okay, so tomorrow we will learn other. See, did you see other dunder methods are there, which I'll be discussing tomorrow. Guys, is that clear? We'll discuss tomorrow now. Rest. Okay, okay, enjoyed the session, right? Enjoy the session. Okay, cool, right? Okay.
So I have one doubt. This is Nagmani.
Nagmani, tell me.
I want to understand the difference between this and self. Generally, this in Java we will be using to declare the local variables of that particular method. Is it?
One second. You are asking me question in Java?
No. When you compare self to understand as self with this, I got some discrepancy over there.
This even in Java is not to do any. It's the same as self in Python. I mean, sorry, it's the same as that. What
Java,
tell me, whatever you told was wrong. According to whatever you told, it was wrong. What was it? This is used for?
This we generally use
to use this. What happens is, even in Java also, when you're calling a method with respect to an object, that object's reference gets internally passed and will get collected in this. Only thing is, there this will not be explicitly written. It would be automatically considered, right? Whereas here it is mandatory that we have to write self. That's all.
This dot a is equal to some value we are passing. That value will be belongs to the local variable of that method, correct?
No. In Java also, when you say this dot a, okay, it means that this a belongs to this object is what it means.
Okay.
Likesh, that won't happen even in C++ also. Everywhere this is same only. When you say this dot a, it means a belongs to this object. This is referring to an object. Say for example, you call yes dot set or something like that. Okay, so what happens here in Java is again the same thing, set, and yes will get passed, correct? And yes, now if it is a definition there, so that will come and sit in this. Only thing is, you don't need to actually refer to this. It will automatically be there. In here in Python, you have to say explicitly self, but in Java, you don't need to say this, but this will be there. And this a means I'm telling that the a belongs to this particular object. That is nothing but yes over here. Nagmani, clear? Not clear?
I'm not clear.
What is your question? Tell me what is your question.
So this dot a, if we call out clearly,
One minute. What do you mean by call out clearly?
When we specify this dot a in yes method,
as I have done here.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Then you are assigning some value to this dot a is equal to some value. Then this value, the value 5 is belongs to only this S method, correct?
Sorry, this is not yes method. 1 minute. This is set method.
Yes. 5 value is a local variable.
No. A is not local variable. A is an instance variable belonging to the object this. There's nothing but yes.
Then how about the local? So here this dot a is equal to 5. 5 is not a local variable.
5 local is a constant.
Value. Yes, 5 is a constant, but this 5 is only belongs to this set method. Is
5 belongs to 5 doesn't belong to anyone else. 5 is a value which is there in the set method, and that is getting stored over here. If you create int a here, then this a belongs to the set method.
Okay.
This is local variable.
Correct.
This is instance variable.
Okay. Can you please explain me the difference between local variable and instance?
Local variable belongs to this particular stack frame of this function. Okay. This a is nothing but the instance variable of the object. This is an object. This a belongs to the what is that stack frame? It is this one is local. Its scope is only starting here, ending here. So this scope of a is not ending here and there. This a is nothing but belonging to an object.
Okay. Oh, yeah, got it. This int a I cannot access outside of this.
It won't get the scope of this is only till open brace and close brace. Once it comes out of this, its scope is gone.
Okay. This dot a I can use outside of this method also.
You can use wherever you want when if you have this access of to this that is the object. Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Same thing with self also. In self, but in Python we don't have this data types and all those things, which we have to give explicitly. Automatically it would be taken care.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Fine. So guys, any other doubts you have in today's session? What is difference between dunder and name angling? No, there is nothing. You cannot compare both. Dunder is just a name given to the style. That's all. It's just a, what is this not right? Dunder is only a style. This name, no, this style is called as dunder, double underscore. That's all. You cannot compare like that. Name angling is the name, the name angling is nothing but the process of changing the name of a variable by the compiler. The compiler will change the name of that variable. That is called as name angling. That's all. Shrikant, when will you start your offline classes, sir? Okay, so actually, Shrikant, my offline classes used to be, very filled, completely filled, Shrikant. And, because of this, I'm very scared to, start off the offline class, because when I, announce the class, students will just crowd in the class and, it might lead to something else. Okay, so that is the reason we are not being able to, take classes like that. Okay, Shrikant, that is the thing, right? Yeah, that is the reason. Can we have more than one constructor? Yes, of course, you can have. Okay, I'll tell you that. How to do and all that. Okay. Later. Is that clear? Okay. So guys, any doubts in the session? No? Okay. Don't worry. You will be automatically. I mean, did you understand whatever I told you till now? Till now, did you understand what I told you? That is more than enough. Doubt automatically will get cleared. Automatically by the end of the class, you will get cleared everything. Okay. No? So wait till the end. You will understand most of the things. Is that clear? Okay, my question is, did you understand till now whatever I discussed? If you did not understand something, let me know, I'll tell you. Clear? Okay, fine then. Okay, so can you make today's class available to everyone, sir? This class was available for everyone, no? It was available for everyone, right? right? So go and revise this concept and you will understand. Okay. So having said that, guys, meet you tomorrow. Don't miss tomorrow's session. Again, very important session. Okay. Chalo. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. See you.